How we doing? It's a good day, right? It's a good day to be in San Diego. We're so honored to be alive in this moment in time with you all. Yeah, we got the dogs. All these dogs are union dogs, by the way, so they're good, all right? All these dogs are union dogs. Did we all get shirts? Did we all get hot dogs? That's what I'm talking about. Hey, everybody. My name is Juan Perez. I'm the organizer with IATSE Local 122. Baddest union in town. We're the coolest union in town. We got the coolest colors. No offense, UFCW, SEIU. But shout out to all the other organizations that are out here supporting the Encore workers. We got SEIU over here, 221. We got UFCW here wearing the gold. We got the Decos, 831. They're over here on this side. And we got the Working Families party. It's exciting times. So just a real quick, I'm excited that we got this kind of turnout. Did not expect it, but I appreciate it. I know a lot of you guys came out during your lunch at the convention center of these hotels, so I appreciate you too. I know it sucks coming to downtown and paying for parking, but that just shows your commitment to the labor movement. So thank you very much. Yeah. So why are we here? Again, so we're here because we're currently in negotiations with Encore Global. Encore is the largest AV provider, audio-visual provider in the world. They're owned by Blackstone. Great company, you know, we love Blackstone. We love Encore. We need these companies to exist, right? But you know what? We need unions put a balance to the mix. If it wasn't for unions, trust me, they'd be paying you $3 an hour right now. So it's because of unions. Wherever we have union density, the minimum wage is usually higher. Pensions exist because of unions. Overtime exists because of unions, the weekend, child labor laws. If it was up to Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and these fucking Bezos, they'd have kids working in factories getting their arms chopped off, all right? So that's why we're here. We're here to support union workers, all right? And workers across the movement. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to hog up the mic this time like I did last time because I talked too much, but I want to introduce, we have a group of speakers, Encore speakers and labor leaders. So I want to introduce our first speaker. His name is Greg Swizz. He's the president of IATSE Local 122. Greg, give it up for Greg.
Thank you, Juan. Appreciate that. As Juan basically mentioned, we're here to basically talk about the in-house workers at Encore, right? 20 years ago, Encore had no problem paying a fair wage of $25 an hour for workers. Today, they're paying $17.30. Is that right? No! There's the thing that we keep saying that what we're trying to do out here is about dignity and respect. And dignity and respect have come in a couple of different ways, right? Sometimes it has to do with, you know, being able to manage your week or being able to get conditions on the job site that make it fair and have your voice heard and be taken seriously by your employer. And sometimes it comes in the form of being able to pay your bills. It's really important for everybody back here because $17.30 is not a living wage. Nobody can live off of that. Nobody. And these people behind me that still work there are really, really struggling. And we have to stand up to these people and make sure that they pay a fair wage, that everybody can have the dignity and respect to live off of. Am I right? Yeah! I can keep going on and on. I'm going to cut my little speech short because we do have a lot of people here that want to speak. And I want to pass it off to the workers right now so they can give their side of the story. But one thing that I want to say to Encore is that we're not backing down. We're not going to sit to the side. We're not going to pick up the crumbs that you throw at our feet day in and day out. We're going to stand up to you each and every day until we get what we deserve. Am I right? Yeah! So let's get it. Let's hear from our workers.
I'm telling you, union dogs are they're tough. Thank you, Greg. All right, everybody. Last time we started with labor leaders speaking. This time we're going to start with the Encore workers to speak because this is what we're here for. We're here for them. So let's give it up for Ian Garant. Ian Garant is a tech lead at the Lowe's Coronado. He's a shop steward. Ian.
All right,
what's happening, y'all? As everything's been laid out so well, we are here for the better conditions, proper wage. The thing that everyone needs to realize is that we love what we do, and it's just we're not getting paid, but we're not gonna let the status quo continue. We're gonna make a fight now and make a stance heard. But if it's not obvious, we are being watched by Encore. We're one of the few union cities, and there's so many others around the country that are trying to unionize right now. Vegas one's included right now. And as much as we're here for us, we're here to make a change to Encore across the country, that other cities can unionize just like us, and we're an example for Encore and other chapters across the country, that this is what having union backing us is. Better wages, better voices, honestly, just better everything. There's nothing that hasn't been done that hasn't been a positive influence. And what we need to realize is we are the catalyst is San Diego. We're the catalyst to other places. We're here to make Encore sweat just a little bit. And if we have to, make their wallets squeeze a little bit to make our voices heard and listened to and acknowledged. And we're not asking for a lot. Better conditions, a little more assured hours. Yeah, we have benefits, but the main thing is the wages. Is it fair that we have to drive an hour and a half somewhere in East County because the rent's affordable there, but it's not here? But they pay us 5 cents above city minimum wage? BS. Period and period.
Shame.
The sad thing about this is entirely preventable. The union's been representing us, has come in full faith, here to listen to Encore's any issues, to get to a contract, and they decided to let it expire. Because they decided, you know what's better instead of giving them a better wage? A demoralized workforce is a cheaper workforce. And we're not standing for it, not one damn bit. The best thing they can do for themselves right now is come to the table. They're seeing the turnout. There'd be more if we didn't have shifts in these hotels right now. So they better have this number times 3, if even that. The best thing they can do is come to the table and come in full faith to represent us, to know that we're here for them. We're here to do the work, but they just don't want to pay, so then they need to realize that's not going to fly. And so to everyone here, thank you for making it out. Thank you for all the speakers. Thank you to the union backing us. And there'll be more of us here. Don't be fooled by the numbers here. It's bigger than this. And we will win this fight, and we'll make an example not only to us, to this city, to other union workers, but other people across the country. They can have what we have. So thank you.
Man, Ian, I didn't even give him talking points. That came from his heart. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, now we're gonna have another speaker. She's a tech supervisor at the Hyatt Manchester over here to my left. Her name is Victoria Wadsworth. Everybody give it up for Victoria.
Hi everyone, thank you for making it out. When I first started at Encore 6 years ago, I was making $18 an hour. At the time, that was high for a part-timer to be making. It is extremely upsetting that the starting wage is now $17.30. You're telling me in those 6 years, the starting wage barely increased? I have seen great hard-working technicians come and go, not because of bad coworkers or because of the workload. It's because of hour and wages. I had a coworker once tell me they were only surviving on Trader Joe's bagels and cream cheese 2 summers ago due to only having 1 day of work. Encore has been hiring full-timers while not giving everyone full-time hours, and that needs to stop. We live in one of the greatest cities and the most expensive city in the United States, and Encore is saying that we basically don't deserve to feed ourselves or get by with only making $17.30 an hour. Exactly. That is not enough to even barely survive here, with the cost of groceries increasing and the cost of rent getting higher. It's time for Encore to do what's right. Pay us fairly for our hard work. What is Encore? Unfair! Thank you, guys.
Encore! 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 That's right, we have that chant because Encore is unfair. It is unfair that a company that charges $170 per hour per tech turns around and pays these techs as little as $17.50 an hour. Ooh, that's unfair. It's unfair that they have to have their workers on food stamps while they bring conventions and bring millions of dollars to the city. That's unfair, right? Yeah. That's unfair. Yeah. It's also unfair that Encore is owned by Blackstone, a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and they turn around and say that they can't afford to pay their tax money. That's unfair, right? Yeah. I'm telling you, Encore is unfair. That's why we have that chant. All right, cool. Again, I'll get carried away. So we have our next speaker. His name is Nick Jones. He's a tech supervisor at the Hotel Del Coronado. Give it up for Nick Jones.
What is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Jones. I've been a stagehand for the last 10 years and working with Encore for the last 4. I want to start by saying that I like my coworkers. We love our job. We love our beautiful venues that we work in. We love the crews that we work with, and we are passionate about building amazing events. For most of us, being a stagehand isn't just our job, it's our passion, it's our way of life. We take pride in our work. Our issue is not the work that we are doing. Our issue is that there are way too many of our educated, experienced, and driven stagehands that are underpaid for their time and services. The city of San Diego, along with multiple other cities around the nation, have had enough unfair treatment from Encore. As an integrated part of events in San Diego, IATSE Local 122 is standing up for our workers' rights. I don't think that we're being greedy, you guys. I think we're being vocal. We aren't asking for awards or special treatment. We're asking for a livable wage. Encore, this is an easy fix. We are here and we're willing to work. Are you willing to do the right thing? Let's get our workers what they deserve.
That's what I'm talking about. Are we still fired up? Yeah! Are we tired of fighting? No! Are we tired of chanting? No! No, you know what? Because they're playing the long game, and we can play the long game too. They want to drag this out. They want us to get tired and demoralize these guys, just like somebody said earlier. So we're not going to give up, right? No! Are we going to give up? No! No, we're not. We're going to keep coming out and keep fighting for a fair contract for these guys. That's what I'm talking about. Our next speaker is Jordan Sullivan. He's a tech supervisor at the Marriott Marquis, this beautiful venue right here. Beautiful, right? Yeah. Is it beautiful? Yeah. It's beautiful. This is Jordan Sullivan. Again, he's a tech supervisor. Everybody give it up for Jordan.
Hello, my name's Jordan. I work at the Marriott. We've heard a lot about, what we deserve and why, how hard it is to live in this city, the work that we do. I want to just draw attention to the people that we actually work for and with every day. And those are the attendees of these conventions. Right now we have the American Chemical Society. Encore's doing the events for them. We're doing all their AV. ACS people, you back there? ACS. Woo! So I just want to ask you all this and tell you all this. We're the techs who set up your audio.
Jordan!
We're the techs who set up your screens.
Jordan!
We're the techs who set up your lights.
Jordan!
You don't know us because we're the ones behind the scenes.
Jordan!
But we're the ones who make your events a success.
Jordan!
But you should all know that something's wrong when we're out here screaming.
Jordan!
Thank you.
Jordan! Hey, we tried something new. I think it was awesome. Thank you, Jordan. Our next speaker is Fernando Cairuz. He's an ex-Encore employee. He got fired unjustly, but let him tell his story himself. Fernando, where you at?
Hey everyone, as you said, I was one of the audio specialists here at the Marquis, right behind me, and I was wrongfully terminated about a month before having my third baby. Yeah, boo, boo, boo. Exactly. They don't care. They do not care. We care. That's why we're here. And basically, just an illegal termination. The union was there for me, for my family, to conserve my dignity. They try to drag my name through the mud, try to, get in front of my future work, tarnishing my name. But thanks to the union, thanks to our support, thanks to the network we have, we were able to go through the process, and they didn't like it. They did not like hearing what was said. Things were said about unfair practices, about how things have to change, how we can't be treated as gear. We are people. And they fought it, but we are stronger because we have the community. We're the workers. We're the ones that make everything happen. So I just wanted to say thank you for the union. Thank you for all of you guys. Thanks to that, my family was able to get our dignity back and compensation, and this is all because of our contract and of our strength as a union. Thank you, everyone.
That's what I'm talking about. So this fight is no longer a local fight. It's no longer just little 122 fighting this Goliath over here. It's no longer that. Other cities across the country started organizing as well and fighting for their dignity and respect and raises, right? So give it up for Carlos Cota. He's the international vice president. Give it up for Carlos, everybody.
Oh, this makes me happy. I've been at this a long, long time, right? Lorena can attest to it. We couldn't win a vote at city council. We had no juice in the city. And here we are. This is solidarity. This is what it looks like, right? This is it right here. This is how we win on our terms. And it was mentioned earlier about the hotel and this. Look at us. Look at the weather right now. Look how beautiful this is. This is a public property. That's why we're allowed to do this here. The Hyatt's on private property or public property. So's the Marriott. So's the Convention Center. These are all public assets. These are ours, right? And all we're asking for is a fair deal. Not the corporate greed that's going on. We're not asking for much. And the backbone of all this is who you guys came to support today. That's all these folks behind me, right? This is what it's all about, right? And the way they get their deal is this, right here. And I want to say a couple of things. San Diego is at the forefront of skill and talent in this entire industry. And it's not just IATSE. It's every one of the trades that works here that makes all this happen. Everybody. Unite here, the decorators, the IBW, the Teamsters, SEIU, everybody that's part of this industry is what makes it happen, right? And one of the secrets of our industry is we shouldn't be allowed to do these shows that we do. Chemical Society, it's a citywide show because it doesn't fit in our convention center, right? We're way beyond our capabilities and we shouldn't be able to do this. This is the impossible, right? But we do it week after week because of these folks right here, right? They're the ones that pull it off. They're the ones with the skills. They're the ones that make it happen. And with all that, their technical ability and their skills is why, it's been mentioned a couple of times, this company is able to charge $175 an hour. Straight time, right? $1.75, right? Overtime beyond that, holidays they probably don't get paid for. There's other things that are charged they don't get, and they want to pay $17 an hour to keep qualified people? Are you kidding me? Well, here's what I want to say. Here's the message, right? Here's to you, Encore. Listen up and listen closely. We have never been in a stronger position in this city than we are right now. Right? We have the support of all of labor, not just here in San Diego, but the whole state of California. We have the support of our local leadership, our government. We have the support of the industry. We have the support of unions all over the country. And beyond that, our convention center is at full capacity, right? About 70% booked. They can't book another show in there. They're so busy. We also have a little secret, and Encore is well aware of this, but let me shout it for everybody to understand and hear. Gaylord comes online in June, right? Gaylord is an Encore property. So as far as labor being tapped right now, wait till June, and our leverage goes through the roof. So my message is to Encore, it is time to take these folks seriously. It's time to come with a real offer, or we're coming for your bottom line. And you know what that means. We're coming for you, right? This stops now. The corporate greed stops now, and a fair deal needs to be put on the table, or we're coming for you. Thank you all for coming out. Appreciate you guys.
That's awesome. I don't even have to start the chants anymore. Like, these guys are just fired up. They're ready to burn it down. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of energy we need. So, as you can see, we're a large coalition, right? Carlos spoke on it. It's 122, little 122 here. We have different unions here. But you know what? It's not just unions here. We have organizations out here too. So I want to bring up Chris Wilson. He's with the Working Families Party. The Working Families Party is doing a lot of great things to support union activism, union working families across the board, and they're growing. So give it up for Chris Wilson, everybody.
Workers! 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 I'm sorry, I'm old school, y'all. I come from the land of chants. Again, I'm Chris Wilson. I'm the chair of the San Diego Working Families Party, and you might be saying, what is he doing here? Well, there's two reasons I want to tell you I'm here. Number one, Working Families Party is trying to build a multiracial coalition of working class families across this country, and we're building in San Diego. I want to give a huge shout to our newest member number 102 in San Diego, Lorena Gonzalez-Fletcher. We want to make sure that our union brothers and sisters are supported, because our union brothers and sisters fuel the communities that we represent. So we are here in solidarity. We are here to say it's not just you standing against the billionaires. We stand against the billionaires. These motherfuckers are making $17 an hour to $175. That's too much money. That's too big of a gap to make sense. And we don't know this in the community, so we got to figure out how we get the community to understand that our brothers and sisters are being robbed. That's robbery. That's theft. That's torture. They pay them a low wage and then expect for the city to subsidize their existence. They got enough money to pay our brothers and sisters more than that. And so we're here to fight to make sure that that happens. The second reason I'm here is because for 20 years I've been supporting IATSE. When I started doing concerts and events in the city, I hired IATSE to come put the stages together, to put up the sound systems, to be the tech operators of the equipment, because y'all live in our communities. Union wages fuel communities to thrive. And if we don't stand to get our brothers the money they deserve for the hard work they put in, then we fail. The community fails. So Working Families Party stands with you. We support you, and we want to know what else we can do to make sure you win. Workers united will never be divided. The workers united will never be divided. Thank you.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. So it's not all about unions all the time. Did you know that we're at 10% density nationwide? 1 out of 10 workers is in a union. Did you know that in the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, we're like at a 33 percentile density, which means 1 out of 3 workers was in a union. And guess what? We created the white picket fence. 1 job was enough back then. Then what happened? Is 1 job enough right now? Encore? No, you don't have 1 job? No? No? That's what I'm saying. You know what happened? Corporate greed is what happened. Corporations, they copied us. They started investing a lot in politics and bought off a lot of politicians. That's what they did. They started passing a lot of legislation that was anti-worker, so they would attack workers, and that's why our density has gone down over time. Is that right? No? Do we like that? We don't like that, right? That's what I'm talking about. So that's why we need everybody involved in this fight, not just the labor movement, all unions as well, but also community organizations, people, religious groups. We need your mom, your dad, your granny. We need everybody in this fight, because that's what it's going to take the country back, to tell you the truth. Right now with the agenda that's going on, it's all anti-worker. It's all outsourcing, automation, pay you as little as possible, squeeze as much labor from you as possible, and they expect you to like it. They expect you to take it. Are we going to take it anymore? No! Are we done taking it? No! My bad. So that's what I'm talking about. So someone that can speak on this a lot better than me is Carol Kim. Carol Kim is the business manager, the head of the building trades here in San Diego. The Building Trades Council is the organization of the glue that puts all the unions that are in construction together. So everybody, give it up for Carol Kim.
Good afternoon, brothers, sisters, and siblings. How are you today? It is good to see all of you. It is good to hear all of you. My God, you guys are giving me life right now. I think it's really important that we are super clear about some of the basics, and it's been said over and over again today, but let's cover this one more time. Encore is charging clients up to $170 per hour per tech, and then they pay as little as, I think I heard, $17.30 an hour. Is that right? Yeah. By the way, is it Encore, the corporation, that's providing that service that the customers are paying for? No. Who is actually providing that service and creating that value for Encore? The workers. So let's be clear about that. They're making upwards up to 90% profit off the back of these workers. And while MBA schools might call that brilliant, we have another word for it. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross that workers are being paid poverty wages while executives become billionaires. That's fucking gross. It is gross that Encore employees are always on the razor's edge of economic ruin while Encore is making money hand over fist. It is gross that public taxpayers are subsidizing these excessive profits with social safety net programs like food stamps, Medi-Cal, housing subsidies. It is gross that you have to go and ask for that kind of charity instead of having the dignity you deserve. It is gross that anyone working 2 to 3 jobs at the same time has to go to a food bank to be able to afford to feed their families because the jobs they're working don't even pay them enough to pay the rent, right? So let's be clear. It is gross that Encore is sometimes paying their workers only a nickel above the minimum wage while collecting and pocketing up to 9 times that amount. It is fucking gross. San Diego is arguably the most unaffordable place to live in the state and in the country. We can make these arguments are out there in the press, in the media all the time. We are being asked to do more with less, and our community is paying for that. We are suffering for it, and it's not okay. It is not okay. So I appreciate these workers behind me and all of you standing up and demanding respect and dignity for yourselves, for your families, and for our communities. Encore, are you listening? Your workers are not even asking for half of what you charge customers. Maybe you ought to, guys. FYI. They're not asking for a third of it, right? Despite the fact that you don't even have a service to sell without them. What they're asking for is dignity and respect. Give them a fair contract now. Come to the table and negotiate in good faith because they deserve that at minimum. Because what do they want? How about a contract? What do they want? Contract. When do they want it? Now. What do you want? Contract. When do you want it? Now. What do they want? Contract. When do you want it? Now. What the fuck is Encore? Unfair! Thank you.
I told you Carol Kim can speak. I just shoot from the hip. Horrible. That's awesome. Thank you, Carol. I'm telling you, our coalition keeps growing. That's what this is all about. All of us coming together to fight corporate greed. Because Encore's fight is our fight. The Playhouse's fight is our fight. The UFCW's fight, SEIU's fight, 831's fight, the Old Globes fight, they're all our fights. Because guess what? They don't stop at one corporation. Blackstone owns multiple corporations, by the way. So whether you're buying Coca-Cola or Pepsi or all these other brands, it's probably Blackstone that owns all of that. So we're fighting the same corporation over and over again. That's why we have to all come together in these fights. So yeah, everybody, thank you for all the solidarity today. All right, I can talk forever. But yeah, so not only do we have labor leaders here, workers here, community organizations here, we also have elected officials here that are here to support the Encore workers. So I want to introduce Stephen Whitburn. He's a council member here at City Hall in San Diego. Everybody give it up for Stephen. Hey everybody.
It is really great to see you all here today. It's great to be with you. I have the privilege of being here with one of my colleagues, Sean Elo-Rivera, who's also on the San Diego City Council, and we are here today to support you. This is an impressive turnout. Let me tell you, I'm impressed by the number of people here. I get the feeling you're not playing around. No. Are you playing around? No. Maybe Encore needs to hear that. Are you playing around? No. All right, let me tell you something. I have the honor of representing this area on the San Diego City Council. I'm here to support you, and this is a labor-friendly district. My constituents here in District 3, they've got your back as well. I think you're doing exactly the right thing by standing up in solidarity, standing together, fighting for unionization, and making sure that the union is respected. I'm a former union member myself. I fully... Man, the union was there for me when I needed it, and I have always appreciated being a part of a union. I know how important it is and how much I benefited from it, and I know how much it means to you as well. One thing I've got to say is this. I am proud to represent this district. We've got a lot of great things in this district. This district attracts a lot of people from around the nation and around the world. And one of the reasons is because of the quality events that you produce here in this area. You are a part of San Diego's success. You're a big part of Encore's success. I am grateful to you, and Encore better damn well be grateful to you. What do you want? When do you want it? I'm Stephen Whitburn. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so like Stephen Whitburn said, we have Sean Elo here. He's the head of the committee that's pushing that $25 ordinance at the city of San Diego. He helped us pass it last month. Remember that? Do you guys remember that? You guys, Encore, you guys remember that? Yeah. Okay, so we're attacking Encore in every single angle that we can. That's what unions do. And we're not going to get it this way. We're going to get it this way. We don't care. We fight dirty too. We're going to get a rat. As a matter of fact, we bought a rat. We got it last week. So we will be bringing the rat out. All right. So, I might as well introduce him real quick. Hey, everybody. There's Sean Elo-Rivera. He's the city council member here in San Diego. He's my council member for City Heights. Everybody, give it up for Stop.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I really appreciate being out here with you all. What a good fight. What a good fight. Sometimes in politics, it's difficult to figure out, what angle you're going to take and what the right position is, what the nuance is. This is as simple as it gets. And you guys said it before. It's about respect and dignity. So for the workers back here, I know that your work is often behind the scenes, but I want you to know you are not invisible. We see you. We appreciate you. We love you. And because we love you, we're going to fight with you and for you to get you everything you deserve. Because what you are asking for is as basic as it gets. Respect and dignity. And everyone should be in support of that. And so in this fight, when the two sides are respect and dignity versus greed, I know what side I'm on. I'm with you. And we're all with you because you need to win. So, you're going to win this contract. You're going to get you what you deserve. We're going to defeat greed. Are we going to win? Yeah! Are we going to win? Yeah! Are we going to stop there? No! So I've had a few people ask me, $25 minimum wage, where does it end? Not there. It ends when every single worker in this city has what they need to have the respect and dignity that they deserve. And it does not stop one fucking second before that. Okay? Look around, y'all. We've looked around a few times, and I want you to really look around and soak it in. Look at this place. What an amazing place to live. But even more, what an amazing place to visit, and what an amazing place to be able to pull profit from. There are a lot of people exploiting this city right now, and we're putting an end to it. It's time to make San Diego work for San Diegans, and it starts with you guys winning your contract. It starts with the $25 minimum wage, and it doesn't stop there. Are we going to win? Yes! Thank you.
So back in the day, workers were organizing before it was legal to organize in the early 1900s. They were getting killed. Google the Pinkertons, I dare you. Google the National Guard back in the 1900s, I dare you. They would kill union organizers. They would kill these guys for organizing. That's our federal protected right to organize and fight for contracts. That's what we fought for as a labor movement, okay? But if the Trump administration or whoever they are strip these rights away from us, we're not gonna stop. Doesn't matter. They had general strikes before it was even legal to have them. They had to make them illegal, by the way. Okay, so we're gonna keep fighting. So which side are you on? That's what he's talking about, right? Which side are you on? Are you on the workers' side, or are you on these guys' side, the C-suite? None of us here are invited to those parties. I believe me, I know. None of us are, okay? So we're on the workers' side. That's what it's all about. You know, back in the day, they used to call the workers the beast. Google that. Back in the day, the beast. They used to say, oh man, you're gonna wake up the beast. We were the beast. Are you guys the beast? Yeah! Are you guys the beast? Yeah! It sounds like the beast is waking up again. Now we have a 71 approval rating in the country. People love unions. You know what politicians have? No offense. They're not as high. Or the judges, or the Congress, or the Senate. None of them beat us. None of them beat the labor movement because they trust unions, because unions are the workforce, right? So we're the beast. Who's the beast? We're the beast. Who's the beast? We're the beast. That's what I'm talking about. All right, last and final, I had her penciled in for last because you'll see why. She's the head of the Cal Labor Federation, which means all the unions in California fall under this federation, okay? This is Lorena Gonzalez-Fletcher. Everybody give it up for Lorena.
All right, brothers and sisters, how are we doing today? No, I didn't hear you. How are we doing today? It's nice and hot. I knew I'd show up to an IA function with people all in black, except my cool gray shirt, because Encore is fucking unfair. All right, my name is Lorena Gonzalez. I'm proud to represent 2.3 million union members up and down this state. That's 1,300 local unions, just like IATSE Local 122, right? Up and down the state. We're all standing shoulder to shoulder with IATSE during this fight, and let me tell you why. Well, one, because it's the fucking labor movement, that's what we do. Yeah. But two, this is a statewide fight. It's a national fight. Encore is not just in the hotels in San Diego, and we've done a really good job in San Diego of unionizing our stagehands and ensuring that we have some protections and passing ordinances because we have city council members who get this. We're working towards it in San Diego. But that's not the case up and down the state. So we're bargaining here and we're bargaining in other places at the same time and trying to organize Encore workers in other cities all at the same time. This is a broad movement because we know the assholes who are not paying enough are not paying enough anywhere. A lot of my job, unfortunately, is speaking at conventions. Thank God for IATSE. Makes my voice not so high-pitched. That's skilled labor right there. They're like, bring it down a tone. All done by the magic behind the scenes. But when we go to these hotels, right, we say you got to have a union hotel. We're unions. We got to support a union hotel. We got to have union stagehands. We get complaints, right, about how much the AV cost. They said, do I really have to pay this? I'm paying $175 an hour. How much are those dudes making? And women, sorry. How much are those people making? Not nearly a fucking enough. So that is a problem, and that is an education campaign we've got to continue, because when people realize that they are just simply skating by on the fact that they are able to tell people they're providing union labor, skilled, good union labor, but not paying those workers enough, that's some bullshit, and that's what we have to fight. And we're going to continue to fight, because I'll tell you right now in this country, there are a lot of people, including Encore, who are just waiting for us to get tired. Do you get that? They're waiting. They think they can wait us out. That you'll get desperate enough to just take the crumbs because life is tough, and why would you care about your long-term situation? Is that going to happen? Well, we have a message for Encore, and every company and every elected official that is not standing with us, and every political party and every fucked up situation in this country right now. You think we're going to wait that out? You think you're going to wait us out? We got a chant for that. I'm going to say something, and you're going to know the response. Fuck around, find out. Fuck around, find out. Fuck around, find out. Fuck around, find out. All right, brothers and sisters. We're going to fight this, and we're going to fight corporate greed at every level in this country. Fuck around and find out.
Well, he said, see, it looks like we have the winning team, right? Do we have the winning team? We have unions. We have community organizations. We have politicians. We got each other. That's what it's all about. We have to keep coming out for each other at every fight. Every time you receive an email from me, I know it gets tiring. Fuck, there goes Juan again. I'm not asking you to hang out or grab a beer. That's cool too. But it's really fighting for everybody's wages to bring the standard of living up for everybody. Because their fight is our fight, like I said. Guess what we're negotiating next year? All you overhire people with IATSE, we're going to be negotiating the overhire agreement next year at Encore. So whatever we do here this year with the in-house, it's going to directly affect our contract with the overhire agreement. These are your brothers and sisters as well. Is Encore fair? No! Encore? Unfair! Encore? Unfair! Because when we fight, we win! When we fight, we win! What do we do when we fight? We win! That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to end this with a clap, with a clap, the slow clap. You guys know this one?